Hello, everybody, and this is Christine, and we have a new episode of On the Horizon. Today we have I'm really excited because he's from Peru. His name is Lance Blunt, and he's doing an entire new genre that we've never even heard of here.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I think that's absolutely great. But before we get into the questions, I actually want, because our viewers have never heard of your genre, can you give a little explanation on your genre and what it entitles for our Canadian viewers?
Hi, yeah, well, my genre is psychedelic cumbia. So, cumbia is a really popular genre in Latin America. You can have different types of cumbia depending on the country. It's like kind of like typical Latin music, like dancey, but this is psychedelic cumbia. So, it's like a mixture of cumbia but with electric guitar and with some kind of like rock and roll tones and like soloing and stuff. And it's from the jungle, right? So it's like a mixture of jungle music and rock and roll, right?
Okay. All right, let's get right into it then. How did
Yep.
you discover music and when you knew that you wanted to make music for yourself?
How did I discover music?
Hmm.
Well, like it's always been around. My mom listened to music. And I just remember I liked music when I was younger and I used to sing the songs and stuff. My mom actually made me take piano lessons when I was like 4 years old and stuff. So I used to
That's
play the
impressive.
piano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're a kid, actually, you learn much faster. So I just, she made me take piano lessons. She made me take swimming lessons, and martial arts, taekwondo and stuff, and like reading, like fast reading stuff. So that's one of the activities I used to do, playing the piano, right? But then when I was like 15 and I was in high school, I met a friend who had an electric guitar, and he introduced me to rock and roll, heavy metal. We used to listen to Black Sabbath and stuff, and and rest in peace,
That's sick.
Ozzy, right? And, and stuff. So I
What have
figured,
you been? Go
yeah,
ahead.
you say.
Go ahead. What has been your musical achievement so far? So what have you been able to achieve in your so far in your career?
Well, just joining my first band, playing live, touring and stuff. Just touring is an achievement, making an album. I've made lots of albums. Really, I've been mostly doing most of my work as a producer, actually. I've been like playing in bands. Yeah, I have my studio. I've been producing like recording and stuff. I had a band with my sister. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of genres, really. Been playing
Aaron is a
live.
producer too. So
Yes,
I
I
think
do.
that's why he's sitting back smiling because he's actually a music producer. He's the same as you. He does his own music and produces other artists. So you guys have a lot in common.
That's
That's what
right.
it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What kind
That's
of
right,
music do
man.
you do?
Now, well, I do hip hop, R&B, R&B. I produce rock, classic, everything. I produce everything really. Primarily hip hop and R&B, though, man.
Pretty cool.
So I'll definitely link with you and do something. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
what's your inspiration for creating music?
What's my inspiration? Well, I'm already in it, and like right now, really, I really have a lot to say. So I'm gonna start writing lyrics too that I
There
haven't
you
written
go.
in a while. I haven't written lyrics in a while because my last record is just instrumental. It's just guitar, bass, percussion. It's more about the feeling of the music, not the lyrics, right? But
Christine?
I was saying, like literally all your, especially the Slackers one, literally takes me to my happy place when I was listening to it. Like you can't help
wow,
but dance to it. Like, and I'm not a
right?
dancer, but I'm like bopping to it. So it says a lot if I'm bopping to a song because I'm not normally a dancer. So when a song does that, it's really hitting.
It's euphoric.
No,
Yes,
it's
very much so. Like,
beautiful.
yeah, I loved it when the first that was the first video I clicked on and I sent it to Aaron. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so exciting. Like,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why I love doing our show. Like, I would have never heard your genre or listened
Yeah,
to that.
exactly.
And then of course doing this show allows us to kind of like connect with these really unique people in all these different genres that I've
Right?
never ever heard of. So I'm like, yeah, I was really excited when you decided to come on. So
Yeah, thank you.
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
thank you
Yeah.
very much. We really do appreciate it.
And when you do start to write your lyrics, I'll give you my information. You need some help on that. I'll have no problem helping you, my man.
Aaron Aaron is really good at lyrics. Like he's a poet. We've
Thank you.
our last show we commented him on how nice he does write lyrics. So yeah,
Thank
you
you.
guys could definitely collab. I think would make some banging music.
And I
Let's
speak
do it.
Spanish too, by the way. So
There you go.
That's
Like
it.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Let's do it,
Um,
man. Let's do it.
oh God, that would be awesome. It's like you're gonna be
yeah,
doing so many awesome collabs from this show, Aaron. It's not even funny. I
I
still
know.
want
It's
to see
all.
you and Janine do one. You guys got to do like a
Yeah.
love song or something because I think Janine's got a crush on you.
Oh my God, she does. It's okay.
She's harmless. She's an old lady. Don't worry about it. She calls me goddess every day, so I think she's got a crush on me too. So don't worry about it.
There it is.
Okay, so what song, album, or artist that changed your view on music?
Well, that's a really good question, and that's happened many times actually. You know, when I first listened to Queen, for instance, Queen actually made a
Okay.
big impact on me. You know, and then
Bohemian
when
Rhapsody.
yeah, but then later
Yeah.
on I listened to this guy called Hector Lavoe. You know Hector Lavoe?
No.
Hector Lavoe
No,
is a
but we'll
salsa
put them
guy.
on the list.
It's very big in Puerto Rico, actually. In Puerto Rico, they would consider it like a classic. It's Hector Lavoe.
Okay.
It's like, yes, it's a salsa guy. And then, Daddy Yankee. You know Daddy
Yeah, of course, you know
Yankee?
Daddy Yankee.
Daddy
Of course.
Yankee actually made me change the way I see music. I gotta give it to the man. I like Bad Bunny
Yeah.
too, I
Yeah, the
love him
Columbia.
too. Yeah. Well, he's from Puerto
Hmm.
Rico, actually, yeah.
Is he? I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah.
he was out of Columbia.
No, Colombia, J Balvin is from Colombia. Maluma, J Balvin,
Okay.
Karol G. Yeah, I'm into reggaeton too. I've gone through a lot of genres. Really, like I started in metal, and then I went through salsa. Then I know reggaeton, cumbia. Cumbia is really big. Like these genres are also kind of new for me. Like the
New to us
psychedelic
too.
cumbia. Yeah.
Now, if I had to ask you, what would be your genre of choice then? If you've been on all those, what's one that hits home the most that you're most well versed in?
Well, I guess I'd say rock. I
Okay,
guess I'd
Christine,
say
that's your shit.
rock. Yeah.
That's my genre for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I learned in drums and guitar and bass too. But I also listen to a lot of Latin music, right?
Hmm.
So I could definitely play salsa and bass. I could do
I'd
cumbia.
like to see you do a little fusion, man. Let's throw some lyrics in there, throw some rock and some cumbia and shit. That'd be nice, man. Be a nice
That,
little new genre.
exactly, man. That's what I'm trying to do. Like you see, like I'm Latino, right? So in here, like we like people dance here, right? Like everybody dances, right? But I'm also kind of like I'm not that great of a dancer because I'm like a rock guy, right?
Just a
So
headbanger, dog.
right,
I mosh well, but I don't dance very well.
right. But still, I'm
Yeah.
Latino, so I try to mix it up and kind of make it like a little like rocky, like rock it up. Like, but the genre is cumbia, which got a lot of percussion, and it's kind of like it's about moving a lot, and when it's.
Get you going.
Exactly, man. So I got that beat, but I put the rock and roll guitar. There is one artist though that I have to mention that is called Los Mirlos. Los Mirlos, right? Then this is a family from the Peruvian jungle, from Moyobamba, and they've been making music for like 50 years already. This is from the 60s and stuff, and it's jungle music, and that's one of my main current influences, right? In
That's awesome.
psychedelic cumbia. If you want to listen to some good psychedelic jungle music, you can look for Los Mirlos,
I'm gonna
right?
check them
One
out,
of
man.
our spin-off shows is going to be looking the deep diving because every artist has given us a set of artists in the interviews that we've never heard. So I like Aaron and talking, we're gonna do a spin-off show where we actually cover the artists that the other artists have recommended, do like a little bio on them. So
A
we are
lot of
going
huge
to
names
do,
too.
yeah, like we are because I mean that music isn't common in Canada. So like
Right.
I think people would love it if they could hear it more.
And we have a
Yeah.
Um,
big culture here too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what I mean. There is the culture here, and I mean, I'm sure within their culture they listen to that music, but on our radio and stuff, we're not very diversified, right? That's one of the reasons why we
No.
wanted to bring the show
Right.
here is just like show you guys all the different music that you're not being brought through the radio or
Hmm.
It-
mainstream music, and like I'm
It's
so
genuine and real.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
fun. Like his music's fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I said, it's one. You can definitely give that Latin America vibe where you just all Latin American music, and like you said, it's because it's so into your culture to dance. All your music makes you want to dance. Like
Yeah. At
Latin
least a
music makes you
little,
want to
right?
dance
At
and
least a little.
make you
Right?
want to dance.
Makes you
Yeah,
want to work out and sweat.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
that's
That
that shit.
too.
All
Yeah.
You want to go to
right.
the next one, Aaron?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Who was your childhood favorite artist or band?
My childhood. Wow. Well, probably Limp Bizkit.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
Wow,
awesome.
I'm a Limp
that wasn't
Bizkit guy.
expected.
But I also listened to the Backstreet Boys when I was really young. Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, and NSYNC. You know,
I'm glad they didn't
Britney.
have a. I'm glad they didn't have a lasting imposition on you, bro.
Dude, I love Britney, but then I used to listen to Limp Bizkit, the classic, dude. I'm from '88.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah,
were.
you're a few years older than me. I'm 91, man.
Was that?
I'm 91. You're 3 years older than
Oh,
me. I hear you.
okay,
Trust me. You're in the
okay.
same demographic, man.
What
I'm
music
older
did
than
you
all both
listen?
of you guys.
You don't look older, Christine. You're okay.
It's only in your heart, right? Age is only in your heart.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
that
a good
brings back
antidote.
memories, man. I've heard some of those band names in like since I was a kid. I wasn't into them, but all my friends were.
Right?
I
I
like
was into
Linkin
like
Park,
Guns N'
fucking Three
Roses
Doors
and
Grace.
Metallica. But you couldn't get away from Backstreet Boys and Britney back then. Like no
Come
matter
on, the
where you went,
Backstreet
you kind
Boys
of had.
great.
Like, and it is dance music. Like I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of it, but you couldn't help but dance on the dance floor
Listen,
when
I
those
like
songs
Justin
broke out.
Timberlake, so I can't say too much.
I
Hey,
mean,
some of his songs are bangers, man. You can't even
He's
music
deny it
awesome.
wise,
sometimes.
yeah, music wise, we
He can
gotta give
sing.
it to the man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
He
right.
can sing.
Justin
I
Timberlake's
mean,
a really
who
complete
didn't
artist.
sing "Sexy Back"? Like that
You
song was
cry.
just like iconic. Like you
I
could
like
not
Cry Me a
not
River.
sing
Cry
dance
Me
to
a
that song.
River, right? Yeah, like who
That's my
doesn't know
shit.
Yeah,
those songs, right?
Uh,
that one's really good. I actually
Yeah.
still listen to that. I listened to a female cover of it,
Uh huh.
and it's
yeah.
like an acoustic rock cover, and I fucking love it. It's like one of my favorite songs, actually.
See,
Right.
on the same topic of those old school bands, Three Doors Grace is sick. Linkin Park was sick. And everybody hates on it, but I like Nickelback. You know.
Nickelback, yeah,
Nobody
got some
hates them
good
anymore.
ones.
Nobody hates them anymore. That turned around. Did you not see what happened in Halifax?
They try to
No.
They
make
played
people
in
to hate him.
Halifax and they brought down the house. Like brought down that. The only reason why people hated on Nickelback was because that comedian started like that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember, but there was a comedian and it like literally started an internet fucking thing.
yeah.
Nickelback was
Yeah.
always
It
fucking
was a
good,
thing.
and
It
they were
I
was a
like
always
thing
Nickelback.
to
commercial.
hate Nickelback. Yeah, it was a thing.
I didn't
Right.
hate on them. I like them guys.
But it's
That photograph
good.
on the wall.
I mean, they're good.
And
They're,
like I
they're
said,
good.
if you look up their last performance in Halifax, which was literally just like 3 weeks ago, the crowd was losing it, and they were saying like Nickelback is cool again because like Halifax was losing their, and they played really fucking well.
Right.
They deserved their props. So yeah, you should look it up. I'll have to send you a link to it because I thought it was really nice that they got so much recognition in Halifax after all that
That's
bullshit going
awesome.
on. So yeah, no, they're definitely coming. They're making a comeback because of it. So so
Right on.
yeah, so like again,
Yeah.
we'll just pause a little bit. So again, that was really shocking that that is your like. I thought you would have more Cuban influences, but you so
Right.
you
Right.
guys get a lot of our pop music over there. Then I'm going to assume.
You know, the thing is that when it got here, it was really new. Like when we got cable and stuff, it was like the thing. So people were really impressed. You know, even Jennifer Lopez and stuff, and Christina
Well, who doesn't
Aguilera
know
and
Jennifer
stuff.
Lopez?
It was
Right.
so big back in the day.
Right. But I do know a lot of salsa too. I mostly know Puerto Rican salsa, hard salsa, Fania, like classic salsa. I know cumbia too. Like cumbia is really vast. Like, but I came to it late. That's the thing. Like I started listening to rock music, and then eventually I started playing bass. And when I started playing bass, I started to look into these different genres like salsa and cumbia because in those genres, bass is more like present. There's more bass in those like little like electric
Yeah.
bass, right? So yeah, then I
Okay, so I'll
started
go into the
learning.
next one.
Sure.
It's no, you get the next question, or is it me? I can't remember. Me. Now I'll cut this part out.
I'll take it. I don't
You take
mind.
it. Go ahead, take it.
All right. Let's say this. What is each of your standout songs of all time? Besides NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. I'm just playing.
The song, like the major song that really sticks out for me.
Yeah.
That's the one kind of deal.
That's a tough one too, you know. But maybe I can say Gasolina. Gasolina.
Yeah.
You know Gasolina?
Daddy Angel. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Súmale mambo para que mi gata prenda los motores. Súmale mambo para que mi gata prenda los motores. Yeah. Que se prepare, que lo que quieren para que le den duro. Yeah. This Gasolina
He's
is a
sick,
banger.
man.
Yeah. I listen to Gasolina and I change. Yeah. Okay.
I want to hear some lyrics from you like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can. It sounds like you can rap pretty sick. The Spanish rapping would be awesome.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
future would
rap
be fucking right on point.
in reggaeton. You see, there's a lot of rap. They just they're
Your language just
Latinos.
sounds so beautiful. Like it's just a language that's kind of like you don't want to rap in like Russian or it's just gonna sound like
Hell no.
your
No.
language is so beautiful that you can say the most simplest thing and it sounds amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting topic. You know, there's different variations of Spanish and stuff. Like the Puerto Rican is like, but you know, in English it's kind of easy to rap too because words are shorter. In Spanish, words
Yeah.
tend to be longer, right? But
Yep.
it is,
And
yeah.
they're gender specific too, right?
They have genders, yeah. There's a lot
So
of
you gotta
that.
incorporate a lot.
There's a lot of that,
Hmm.
and words are longer, and but yeah, I mean, if you listen to reggaeton, I've listened to a lot of reggaeton, and there's a lot of rap and fast rapping and different raps with different rhythms and stuff. Like they make it more
You know
like
about Vibes
musical.
Cartel?
Do I what?
Vibes Cartel. What do you think about him?
Can you say it again?
Vibes Cartel, reggaeton.
Vibes Cartel? No, I don't know really. I don't know.
Oh, I just woke you up to something. Go check it out.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Vibes Cartel,
Okay.
yes.
Yep. VYBEZ
Okay, okay,
KARTEL.
okay, okay. The DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. I'll
No,
check
he's more than that. He's a pimp. He's all type of shit.
it. He's a man, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Go ahead, Christine. You get the next one.
Checking it out.
I'll get the next one. Yeah.
Okay.
What is your process for writing songs?
Right. So it really depends, you know. Sometimes even I gotta be honest, I don't write all of my material, you know. Like that one Slackers, that was written by one of my band members and it had lyrics and all, but it was like way too nostalgic. So I just like turned it into cumbia. Right? I
Okay.
changed the percussion and I did a different guitar, changed the bass, but the song was written by my band member. It's called Daniel, right? So sometimes I write like I just play a beat and start mumbling, humbling, doing some melodies or some rap or whatever. I think of other songs sometimes, right? And I kind of like in rock, you got the intro verse and the pre-chorus and the chorus, and you kind of got a flow. But like in reggaeton, you got like the intro and then like a main rap and a chorus and stuff. And in salsa, you got like a outro, which got like with it got like a chorus and then chorus and then verse, like kind of like you can see patterns and stuff, right? So if I wanna, I kind of like write depending on the genre too. Like if I'm gonna do a cumbia album, I just start with a, you know, put a cumbia track and start like with my guitar. You know, different ways really, different ways. Yeah, I don't got like a one standard way of
I like how
making
you
music.
said that actually. I
Hmm.
like that because you gotta feel the beat before you go on anything. You gotta get a melody, you gotta get a cadence, you gotta get a rhythm. You know what I mean? So the way you put that is very, very, very structurally perfect. And your English is great. So don't ever say you don't speak good English.
Yeah, you said that on our show. Yeah, you do really
Yeah.
well.
Thank you, guys.
He's a
Thank you.
teacher.
I'm a teacher actually. I work as an English teacher, you know. So I've been to the States like when I was younger. I used to go a lot. I got my papers and all. I was just in Miami last month, you know. I spent a month there,
Florida, Christine.
you know. But it was way harder to make music in Miami than in New York, though, you know. When I spent
Why you
time
say
in
that?
New York, when I spent time in New York, it was really easy to me to hook up with other musicians and played. I even played a show in a venue, and I just made a lot of music. I recorded stuff in New York, you know. And but when
Nice.
I went to Miami, I found it so hard to make music. Like I didn't get into a band. Like I auditioned for a band, I didn't get into a band. Then I got another gig, but I was way far away, and like I actually just ended up partying and drinking and stuff, and I didn't make
You
any
got it.
music in
Pretty sure that's
Miami,
what
right?
Miami's meant for, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
going to the beach and stuff. I did swim and see sharks. I saw a shark and stuff. But well, yeah.
Yeah. To
All
take that
right.
last question, Aaron.
Yeah, I got it. It said, oh shit, it let me go down. Okay. How do you feel about the current music scene, both locally and I can't see the last part of the scene.
Mainstream.
And mainstream. Yeah, sorry, my teleprompter is kind of haywire.
Like
Dude,
your scene, obviously, because we don't know your scene. So, like, how do you feel about your local scene over there in Peru?
uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, yeah, no, I mean, everywhere. It's kind of like things have changed a lot. And that's a great question, by the way, because it actually opens a big topic. Like, seems like everything's changed a lot. Like, like there's the biggest concerts ever going on right now, like the biggest concerts. But it's also real hard to stand out as an artist, because it used to be,
That's right.
you could go on MTV and stuff. Even though it must have been hard. Like, it's not like anyone could go on MTV, right? But if you did, then you got a lot of exposure, so you got like a different status and stuff. So now there's no point in even going on MTV because nobody's watching that. But like everyone can be an artist, so it's easier to be an artist. So it's like right, like in my country, I don't know, like there wasn't even an audience, like this is really new. Like when I started in music, it was really hard to make music because we were such a poor country. Like you couldn't even afford to buy a guitar and stuff. You couldn't even find one, you know. But now,
Yeah.
no, but now things are better. There's a lot of bands, a lot of artists. Like it's been like 20 years since I started, so we've got cable and internet. So now the kids are much more well educated in music. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like but there's like a lot of different kinds of music scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
music is so vast. So like right now, I think there's an opportunity to like share world music with each other and discover lots of different types of music and like remake. Like you say, you don't have to be like really big, but you need to have your people, your scene. You can introduce this kind of music into like a totally
Yep.
different country, and now it's got value. Like this
That's
music is
right.
from the jungle, like it's something new. I guess like people in America, like you talk about rock and roll, and that's been going on there for like 100 years.
Yeah,
So
50 years at least.
right, and so there's a lot of opportunity and challenges. You gotta know how to play well. That's the difference. Like in first world countries, like I've noticed even English speaking countries, right? Like English is like a much faster language, and like the words are short. So they always have this mentality of entrepreneurship and going like faster, going forward. They're always having goals. Something that Latinos maybe we don't have that as much. We're always thinking about having fun and partying and like
That's a
we
black
want
thing too, Doug.
a black
It's not
thing
a
or
North
being
American way. It's not.
lazy.
We want to live
Yeah.
like you guys. Like that's what's great about having you on. It's such a different perspective. Like we don't get to speak from people that like I never even took into account that you guys got internet and shit way later than us. Like
Yeah, man.
that stuff we take for granted that what shape your music scene completely different than ours because you weren't even getting
Everything.
exposed to that stuff until like 10 years after us.
Yep.
Like in the 70s, we had no contact with not what you like. People brought records. People who could travel. So if you bought a record, like let's say ACDC or whatever, it was like wow. But there were some like cumbia artists that had access to rock and roll records, and then they made these albums like with rock and roll and stuff. But people, I don't know, it's not like everybody knew who ACDC was or Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin. Like we that culture is new for us. That's we heard that with the internet.
Yeah. And like it's different because me and Aaron, that was the music our parents were listening to. So it's just like
Right.
we took for granted the fact that you didn't even have access to that at our age.
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
Literally. It's a big, big, big factor in everything, especially with the internet the way it is now. It gives people instant access to artists, right?
Yeah,
Right.
like, and I'm just like, yeah, it's really like refreshing or eye opening to hear from your perspective because, again, like you're in a completely different country and your experiences are completely different than me and Aaron's when it comes to music.
Hmm.
These bands we all grew up with, we assume that everybody knows who AC/DC is, right? Or Metallica, but we're in our little fucking North American bubble, not realizing that other countries just didn't even have access to that music until way after we discovered it.
And
Yeah.
they appreciate it more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do because it's finally come to them, right? And like I know I've seen other countries where like they're just now finding music like from our childhood is just they're now discovering it because they still don't have internet. Like there's
That's
still
right.
countries without internet, and it's mind-boggling to think that like. But talking to people like you kind of like gives me a different perspective on
See,
how
see
the
it.
world is.
Eduardo, one of my best friends is from Cuba, right? Lived in Cuba his whole life. He's been in Canada 10 years. His name's Dayron, and he enlightened me on a whole bunch of shit. Like I have my family was slaves back in the day in the states, right? But that's no way in shape or form compared to what you guys go through on a regular basis over there. So when you put things in perspective, you know what I mean. You gotta have a lot of respect for people, especially the craft, the art that you guys have to do, or the work it puts into that goes a long way, man. Like you just being able to play all those instruments and shit. Dog, I'm from the hood. I don't play instruments. I can rap my ass off though, so that is impressive as hell to me. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. Well, Cuba, it's a very special thing. Like that's why people just run away from that country. Like
Yeah,
there's
man.
no possibilities. But I've been to Miami. There's a lot of Cubans. They're
Hmm.
very talented for music and stuff.
Art too.
Art too. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. Peru, yeah, well, all South America is kind of like the same, but like really, if you like, I work with American companies and European companies, so for me, it's a blessing because I make money in US dollars. So
That's
really
big
living
there.
in Peru is like everything is so cheap. So I could live with two
Yeah, because
thousand
you're getting
dollars
yeah,
and but if I go to Miami, $2,000 is nothing, it's being poor.
That's a night. That's a night, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah. You're really lucky to get paid in U.S. dollars because I know that when you're in a position like that, the exchange rate is you're just bank, you're making bank with the
Listen, I'm
exchange
gonna
rate.
make sure I share all your shit and get your shit out there, man. I help you out, get you recognized and stuff, man. That's what
Oh
this
yeah,
show's for. And
yeah.
you got a real love for the music, so I respect that.
Thank you, man.
100%. Yeah, we'll be like so when we do this, we don't just do the interview. We do like little clips. We promote you all over different social medias and stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, we'll be liking and sharing this the hell out of your stuff for sure.
Happy
Yeah.
to help
So
you guys. Yeah, we can make a little
no,
All
I
music
right,
love it.
we're,
together.
I
we're here for you, man.
we are so happy
Thank
because,
you.
like I said, this is what we're making the show. Like Aaron and I talked about, we're trying to bring back the old days of MTV where you got to see new artists on the and discover them through a show. Because
Personally,
you mentioned that MTV doesn't even do a music anymore. They do reality shows because they
Yeah,
basically the, at one point the internet basically ruined their market share.
yeah,
So they don't even do like put the money into those shows anymore. They're just doing what's easiest to make money. They do what that stupid reality show that does the internet clips, and they're literally playing that 20 times a day because it's just like well, I can't even remember the name of it, but they morphed in 2000 and
yeah.
stopped doing music.
Uh-huh.
it's
So
all
our
drama
whole like
now.
yeah, our whole and reality shows because that was what making the money the cheapest is why.
Yep.
I actually watched a documentary on that. So our whole idea is to bring back that feel of the original Much Music where you went on and you because I remember pre-internet days, that's where I discovered new bands and artists was that
Yep.
show
That and
because we
BET.
didn't have internet access back then, and now we've got to the point where we got so much internet access that artists are getting lost in the mix. So
Yeah.
it's like we need that kind of show
You
back
know
again.
what? You know what I think that right now is much more important. Like what your friend says, like your group of people. Like there's so much offer, like different artists all over the internet. Like it's kind of hard for you to discover someone. But if your friend
Yeah,
comes and say, "Hey, check this out," you're like, well, much more open to receive it. So I think it's more about
Yep.
creating a scene. Like, hey, check this out. I like this, and then like doing shows and stuff, going straight to the audience, right?
Real
yeah, and
music,
that's why
real
we
real
do rate your
networking.
songs, right? We cover through so that everybody can get a little flavor of your music, and if they like you, then they will go. Like we actually do a
Right.
playlist that will directly link your profile to the audience. So once they see the interview, if they're like, hey, damn, like we really like this guy, if they go down to their a secondary playlist, it's your profile videos. They click on that and they directly link to you. So we're literally, that's what we want to create, is that that platform that directly links these artists to the audience through us.
And Eduardo, I'll tell you that she's a fucking saint, and she's a whiz when it comes to all this computer stuff and the graphics. You met an angel today, bro. She's good, trust me.
Oh, thank you.
That's
And
nice.
look,
That's nice.
you have just as much passion in the show. We're equal because I needed somebody that had just as much passion for the show to work with. So you're an angel too, Aaron. You show up, you bring in your fucking game, you bring in artists. Like I couldn't do this by myself. So we're like a team, and
That's right.
it's great. It's great. I love it. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna play some, and give a little introduction to Slackers. So we're gonna play that one first. I want to give like a little like explanation on Slackers just to describe it before I play it.
Oh, I'm lagging a little
Eduardo,
bit.
you still there?
Okay, can you hear me now?
That's okay. I'm gonna bring up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
Like I said,
okay.
that's why we pre-record, because I can cut all this shit out when it gets.
Right, right.
Told you she's a whiz, man.
That's so good.
I like the software does help me. Trust me.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen.
You mean about Slackers, right?
Yeah, just give me
Yeah.
the audience a little bit. I know you covered it a little bit there at
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you did it with the cover, but just kind of give a little bit of an introduction to it again before I play it.
Totally, yes. So this is a very special song, actually. This was written by my bandmate. He's a bass player, and he's a producer too and stuff, and he was making it for his album. And then he shared it with me, and there was a song about, like, hanging out with your friends, like when you start making friends and, we're very young and like going out and stuff. But the song was like in a different genre, was kind of like very melancholic, like kind of like a little sad.
That's the word,
vibe.
man. That's the word.
It had kind of like sad vibes, but I thought it was a great song. Like the melody was so good, and I was really drawn into the song, but it was just a little sad, right? So I said, I'm gonna redo this song, but I'm gonna like hype it up a little, make it a little bit more dancey. But of course, I just did the melody because it has lyrics, right? But I just did the melody with the guitar. And I didn't include the lyrics because it's for my album, right? It's a different version. But the original has lyrics. We're thinking about recording some lyrics too.
Oh, I think it would be it's
Oh,
awesome by itself. It is. But yeah, I could definitely see some fun lyrics being added in there and making it even better. But I love it as it is. Like when it really doesn't need lyrics to me.
Yeah.
She said it hits home, buddy, straight up.
It sets the mood. Same with Samples. They did a couple heavy metal instrumentals, and they were like, it just set the mood so well. You really didn't need. You can have your own lyrics in your head. And when you're listening to some instrumentals, sometimes you don't really need words every time. And yeah, I found this one. I was like, this doesn't even need words. It's so great. So it's got so much going on to it to begin with, right? So yeah, we're gonna play this for the crowd now and let everybody have a listen to it. Okay. So hold on a sec. Oh, it'd be nice if I took mute off. Here, just set it there.
Okay, so estoy en la llamada, en el podcast, estoy en mute. I was kicked out of the meeting. Okay. Oh no. Fuck.
You're
I have
muted,
two thoughts
Christine.
on that. I
You're
love it.
mute.
I'm muted this time.
Uh,
I fucking absolutely
Okay,
love it.
thank
One
you.
thing I noticed, your guys' song length is way more than North Americans. That stands because ours are like 3 minutes tops, and
yeah,
then
no,
Not
this
no.
even.
flash.
Yeah, I try to like I actually did this album on purpose. Like I did all the songs like really long. Like it's just to like just for background music, you know, like
Oh yeah, I literally when I was listening to that, I want to be on the flamingo. I want to be the dude in your cover art. Like
right,
that's where I picture myself with like a
right,
margarita, a big fat joint on that flamingo, listening to that music on a fucking
exactly.
beach.
And then, you know, and I
It's
really gotta
fucking.
say this
I like it.
because I really gotta say this because there's been a lot of like, we've get this idea that songs need to be 3 minutes long, otherwise the industry's not
No,
gonna accept it. But I'm thinking, dude, I just need a really long song because I'm actually there spending time. I want this moment to be really long, right? So I like my other song is like 9 minutes, you know. Maybe it's not appropriate to play in a podcast, you know, because people's waiting.
No,
But it,
no, it's
no way.
relative to whoever they are, bro.
right?
That's right.
But if you
Yeah,
think
and
about it,
and
if you
that's
just
what we
think about it as background music, it's not that long, really. Like you don't realize it's over
no,
already, and it's
we were
right,
discussing and we in our last one of our last episodes about how we didn't like how short our music was getting in North
That's
America.
right.
right.
And we
It's
actually
just
had a
too
discussion on that. So
short.
that's why I just thought I'd bring that up because we literally just covered that in the podcast in our last podcast about how the
Uh
you and
huh.
your uncle talked about the reduction in time. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep. Two
And it's
eighteen.
actually gotten even shorter because of the commercialization and TikTok and short attention span. So it's
Right now it's
refreshing to
30
see a
seconds.
longer
Right now
song.
it's 30 seconds, right? You need 30 good seconds of a
Yeah,
song to go viral, you know. No need
Yeah.
more, right?
that's sad.
10 seconds,
And they're
maybe
making the
15
songs
seconds.
to go viral, not really for the music, right? And that's what
Right.
we had actually discussed. So we have no problems listening to longer songs. We were complimenting the fact that you had a longer
Right,
song as
right.
opposed to a shorter one.
We appreciate it and the art that goes into it. Like especially from my point of view, I like to hear beats, right? Because I rap on them. So when I hear somebody straight going in and making an instrumental the authentic way, without all this shit on the internet and stuff, that's real, genuine fucking vibe music.
Right.
So you know what I mean? That's you gotta respect that, man.
Exactly. Yeah, I actually came back to doing it that way because I was working with beats and all too. It's just, you know, it's faster and stuff, but I said, you know, I gotta like do some guitar stuff, you know, like
I like it, man.
yeah, man. Like my other song is like 9 minutes, but it's more progressive. This one is more like repetitive, but yeah, there's, I mean,
So yeah,
The vibes there.
the next one we're gonna play is New York Jewel.
oh, okay. Yes, yes.
I give that one a little introduction.
Yeah, that one has a great story too because that was when I was in New York actually. Not like this, like my sister lives in New York, right? And she actually invited me to spend a month there. And you know, I was like taking care of the dog and stuff. But I say, while while I'm in New York, I could like try to make some music and stuff, right? So I bought a cheap guitar, and I started like you know posting on Facebook groups like for musician ads and stuff. And I found a lot of people. I made a lot of friends. I actually recorded some music, and this one is actually
That's
from a
awesome.
jam session. This one's really special because I saw an ad on Craigslist, right? And it was this guy who said, I don't know what he did, you know, what his day job was, but every Saturday he had booked a rehearsing place for all the year. Like every Saturday he had this space where he could make music, and he just invited people from like all kinds of people, just come make music with me. Like he had booked the place for all the year. So I just came there, and he had like an Argentinian drummer, and you know there was some different people from, I don't know who they were. There's people I saw like twice. I saw these people like 3 times. So I recorded the jam, and then I worked on it. Right after the jam, I put it on Ableton, and I like put some drums and stuff. But it's basically a live jam, right?
Oh, cool.
Yes,
Awesome. Well, let's give her
It's
a listen
awesome.
here.
that's why I picked it.
Sounds like, woo! I'm just giving you an idea. It doesn't even have to be words, but it could be. But I'm just letting you know that this song has been done by other people, and I have words, but I don't want to show you those words. I want you to come up with your own words. All right.
I think Aaron's battery might have ran out on him or something, so we're still going to continue on because he might even pop back on. And honestly, that I fucking love. That I could definitely see like being played in a bar dancing in here somewhere in Canada. Like that's so easy to dance to and have fun.
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I literally that is definitely like your music sets a mood of happy and fun and let's fucking dance. It's
Right.
great. And you really don't, you know what? You don't really need lyrics because when you're up dancing and you're having fun, you're paying
Yeah,
attention to the beat,
exactly.
right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that is so easy to dance to and have fun with like that. That I love that one. So
Yeah, yeah,
um, we're we're gonna break into the long song that you wanted to go over, and that is
yeah.
Energy. So you want to give a little introduction to that one?
Yeah, this is actually, I mean, that was the song of my show. I also had a show, a podcast, and that was the song I used to play to introduce the show. This song I actually wrote like maybe 6 years ago or 7 years ago. It had lyrics too. I actually did it like in a different style. I was in a duo. It was like a reggaeton song, but it didn't work out that like it wasn't good. Like the final result was not good, but the melody was always good. I thought the melody was really good, so I thought I need to redo this song, but do it in cumbia with guitar, with no vocals and stuff. So I kept some melodies and I did it with the guitar. But this one is really special because I actually try to do some creative guitar parts, like solos and stuff, which is more like heavy metal but with a cumbia backing track. So it was really experimental. This one's really
Okay.
long too,
I,
but has different parts.
that's all right. I don't mind that at all. And I haven't heard this one at all yet. I saved this one. I had listened to the other two, but I was saving this one. So I'm really
Uh,
excited to hear it. So I'm gonna give her a play now and listen to it.
Great, thank you.
First of all, I have to say that would be an amazing song for a fucking video game. The whole time I was listening to it, and even the cover art, it's like I could see that. Like I don't know if you play a lot of video games, but I used to play one called Final Fantasy.
Okay. Yeah,
That
no
would
Final
be
Fantasy.
a fucking song in a level.
Right.
Like it was really good. It wasn't. It was 9 minutes, but it was interesting
Yeah.
from start to finish. You did that achievement, and it feels like you're telling me a story within like that one feels like you're actually trying to tell me a story with your instruments. As far, I mean, of course, anybody
Yeah.
can make whatever story up in their head that
Right.
they want, but it
Hmm.
feels like the other songs felt like get up and dance songs. This one felt like you're actually telling me a story with your guitar.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah, it
You're welcome.
was a really nice experience to go through all the song. Like, yeah, I actually felt it. Like that was pretty good. Yeah.
No, I really did like genuinely, and like I said, 9 minutes. I was like, "Am I going to get bored?" But
Huh.
your guitar playing and all the percussions, all the way through. Like I said,
9 minutes.
that is the perfect length and the perfect like tone for a video game, like because you're going
Right.
through, like I just pictured myself like running through a map when I was listening to that song, and it could be like definitely like a main song when you're like running through a video game, you know what I mean? So I like,
Mhm.
yeah, like the length is perfect. If you're trying to do something and achieve something other than just radio play, right? Like, I literally,
Right.
if I were you, I'd be taking that fucking song to video game companies and be like, "Can I sell this to you?" Because I could see a
Right.
developer really wanting that.
Right, and no, and I remember when I was young and I was just getting into music and I find a long song, maybe I smoke a little weed and just listen to the song. Like imagine if it's a 2 minute song, like oh it's over already. Come on, I wanna keep like being in this. You get into this vibe, you know. Like if it's a long song, you get into the song and you want that moment to last, right? So yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm from a lot of the music that I'm not from the newer. I was raised with older music,
Uh huh.
and yeah, like all the songs, even from the '70s, like Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, The
Yeah, Pink
Wall was one of my
Floyd.
favorite albums, and those songs tell a story, and they're long.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like you said, I just remember 16 sitting in a group full of girls
Uh
smoking
huh.
weed and
Huh.
zoning out on Pink Floyd The Wall from one song to another. And they weren't
Right.
short songs.
Exactly. You
Or
need long songs for
Queen
that.
was another one, like Bohemian Rhapsody was not a short song, but
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't have near the impact if it was a short song.
Exactly. Uh huh.
And I don't think any of the songs that I listened to from that era would, like, yeah, Pink Floyd just keeps coming to mind because I just
Uh
do
huh.
not think that you could have had a short song with what Pink Floyd was trying to do
Uh
with their
huh.
albums, which was tell a story
Yeah.
and very impactful story in their songs. Like, and so, yeah, like there is room for the short song, but there's still lots of room for the long songs for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy that you gave us our time today. I'm going to wrap things up now and just like do the wrap up. But I'm very, very excited. We're definitely going to bring you to a Canadian audience. That's 100%. We'll probably even, like we do a live podcast tonight. So I think Aaron and I are going to pop some of your tunes on there as well to the live feed and kind of tease them into the interview that I'll be releasing this week. So I do very much appreciate your time. Aaron ran out of battery, but I'll do a closer with him at the end and record it and splice it in. So,
Okay.
yeah, thank you for your time, and we'll wrap up now. And I'm gonna anything you want to say at the end to the Canadian audience.
I just want to thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great time and just want to invite all your audience to check out this new style of music and, try to get into the vibe. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it.
Oh,
And yeah.
100%. I know my audience will enjoy it. We're all potheads. My audience is a cannabis audience. Like this is going to totally appeal. And we're all like older and settled in. We don't do the short music no more. So I could definitely see this being really, really hit with the audience that we broadcast it
Right.
to. So again, I appreciate your time. I'm going to hit
Awesome.
stop now.
Okay.
There you go. So we're done. Stop recording. Again,
Wow.
super stoked. I fucking like legitimately. I think you're amazing.
Oh,
And
thank you.
we can't. I'm sure that Aaron he will connect with you directly. I'll give him your profile link. I could see, especially where you guys are both producers, doing some sort of crossover, and I think it would be fucking amazing. So we'll put you guys in touch. I'm gonna let you guys go for now. We got another interview booked in another 45 minutes, so I'm gonna go have some lunch and go do another one.
All right.
I'll be in touch with you. I'll let you know. Like as soon as I get this edited online, I'll send you links and the shorts and all that stuff.
Awesome. Thank you,
All right.
Racine.
Have a great night
That
or a
was
great
great.
day. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay. So that's it. Eso fue.